Hello, art students. Today we're going to draw a turkey. And it's got a cute little hat and all the details for a turkey, so I think we'll have a fun time with this. So you need a piece of paper and a pencil and a variety of crayon colors that will go good for a turkey. And I've included in your instructions how to go step by step so you can follow, and we're going to do that. We're going to start with this oval near the center but a little to the left. We're going to go ahead and go step by step. So here's my paper. Here's the center of the paper. And that oval I talked about goes right about here. So it's a good idea to kind of practice drawing it and even practice drawing over the paper till you feel like you've got the right shape and the right size, and then jump on in. And if you draw lightly and you don't like what you did, then you can erase it. Okay, next we're going to do the neck. That kind of comes with a slightly curved line. And then a U shape. And then a hat. We're going to do that by doing a line across and then back in here to get the inside of the hat there. And then up, up. Turn that a little bit and continue a line up and then a little bit of a curve there. Okay, now we're going to go to line 2 of our directions and add a pretty good sized beak. And that little gobbler, I can never remember what it's called, and the eyes, and then our feathers are going to come out for the beginning of our feather shape. So we're going to start with that beak. We're going to do, I feel like I better curve that a little for you. Pretty good size curve. We're going to erase that center line because that's overlapping. We do not draw the things that are overlapped, other things. And then our little gobbler. And a couple little eyes. This one's easy to see. This one's a part way hidden behind. And then the black pupil. Now we're going to do those feathers. Let's look at the big one again. We're doing the separation lines in between each one. So we're going to start with the first line. We're going to get it pretty straight. We're going to just join up to the body. I actually think it's a good idea to do the first one and the last one. The last one goes about here. And I'm going to do one in the middle of that. And I'll do 2 between and 2 between here. We're already on our last line. We're going to do a scalloped edge there, add the wing and the feet, and start working on the background. Okay, I love doing scallop lines. Here we do hop over, hop over, hop over, and make those nice scallop lines, nice edge of the feathers. Now, I think it's nice if you can think of more ways to decorate your feathers. You might add another spot to color like this. Or you could even add like a feather detail like that. So it is your choice to do some extra designs. If you think that would be fun and you get a good idea you're happy with. And on to the legs. So we'll do one here. We're going to use 2 lines for each leg. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for the claws. And our wing. Kind of a teardrop shape. We've got it. So now just a fairly simple background. We're gonna do like a dirt line. It's more interesting to do a wiggly line like that instead of just a straight line. And then up a little higher will be some bushes. Hop over. And let's put a band on this hat. Makes it look a little more like a pilgrim hat. And let's add just some texture of small feathers here. I love to add texture to especially animal pictures. Okay, so for the coloring, I looked through my pencils to see what could I find that would be a shade close to brown or different shades of brown. It's kind of a medium, here's kind of a red brown and a beige, and this is kind of pinkish. And then orange actually is close to brown, and even yellow is close to brown. And if you only have these colors, you can make different shades of brown by making brown orange together, or brown yellow together, or red brown together. So you can get some more variety to your artwork. Okay, I'm gonna start with the body. I'm gonna draw in there. I like to curve it. If the body's curving, then I curve how I'm coloring. And you can certainly go darker, which can look very nice. So let's try that. Do you like that darker better? Covers up more of the white. It takes longer, yes, it does. But sometimes it's just worth it to get a little more color on there. And I'm gonna add some of that texture and do it really hard. Actually, I want to do it with a black. There, now it pops out. I can definitely tell there's some texture for short feathers. Now I want to do a different shade here. So let's see, let me see what this, yeah, I like that. Kind of a red brown. You could even add a scallop in there and do different levels. You know, your short beginning feathers, then you could add a couple shades. And I'm gonna go back to the original brown that I used for the neck and for the face. You see how I'm curving that again? I'm gonna go slow and careful around that eye. And it is time to get a little red spot here and a little yellow or orange beak. Would look good. And a little black inside. And some people like to do outlining. I'm not going to say you have to do it, but if you like the look of that, you could always outline. I think I'm just going to do that much, but okay, so I'm going to do the hat black. I'm gonna, actually I like the idea of coloring that. I'm gonna put in some orange there. And the legs can be either yellow or orange. I'm gonna give you two suggestions for the feathers. One is to do all natural colors, shades of brown or gray or orange or yellow. Or you could just go, wow, I want to go really colorful. And you could just come up with some kind of interesting way to use several different colors. Well, I've got the red in my hands. I might as well use it a few times. It's so fun to decide what colors to use. And let's see, should I get really crazy here and get some uncharacteristic colors like blue, and green. You can see, you can even make a pattern. But it is fun to get to choose what you think will be beautiful. I think coloring is so fun. I could sit for hours and color. Do you like to color? I think most people do like to color. Well, just about got every single solitary spot going in there. It's my beige. Okay, I think it's looking like a pretty good turkey picture going so far. I'm gonna do my trick of drawing the background with the paper off. don't have to do a blue sky. You could do yellow or pink, or try a sunset. That could be really fun. And green bushes. When I try to do bushes, sometimes I kind of go in a circle like that. I feel like that gives the idea of the foliage a little better, all those leaves. And anytime you want to, feel free to add a second or a third color in there, and it gives it more depth and interest. I'm gonna leave this part brown dirt. I'm gonna be a little more careful around those little claws there. And this is another place that can be kind of good to alter your direction, so it looks a little bumpy like dirt does. Some people like to do shadows too. I could put a little shadow here, make it a little darker. It can be kind of fun. And one color you can add to brown is a little black, which comes off kind of grayish if you go kind of light. Or you think of some other color. Sometimes I do a complete surprise and add something like purple in there. Part of the fun of doing artwork is making all those decisions. And then if you want to add a little texture in there, some little bumps. And there you go. You have a great picture for Thanksgiving Day coming up, and it'd be really cool if you display this somewhere in your house. Wouldn't that be fun to have this showing, maybe on your fridge, maybe on your front door, but somewhere that everyone can see to get into the Thanksgiving spirit. Well, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.